All right. Hello. It is Tuesday, October 29th, and it's currently 10:52 a.m. Going to be going over a trade I took today on NASDAQ in the morning session in New York. So today I took longs on NASDAQ. So let's start with the higher time frame. So this morning, I looked at the chart and I was at the monthly, then I went to the weekly, and then I went to the daily. So daily, we were offered this internal range liquidity. So from this area, as soon as I saw we had an FEG, I was trying to see if like everything can align for me to look longs. So I saw this daily BISI, and from this daily BISI, we could expect some kind of internal and external range liquidity. So if we were expecting an internal to external, my focus is on the daily print. So the daily print, I'm focusing on the open to the low. And from that open to low, which is right here on this candle, this open to the low, I want to see manipulation and SMT. SMT to confirm that the manipulation of this candle is validated to look for longs. So dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, I noticed we had SMTs with ES. NASDAQ took this low while ES didn't. This was a cracking correlation, hint at reversals for these two assets. Dropping down to the 15-minute time frame, I pulled my deviations from Monday's range, and it projected a -2 and -2.5 for Tuesday's manipulation. So Monday's range deviations from -2 to -2.5. Here I expect some kind of retracement or reversal from this area. You can see how price dips into this area, retraces, comes back once more. And when we come down, where do we go down from? Like, where do we go down to? You can see we have the New York Midnight Open. The New York Midnight Open is right here. You see how price just dips into this area and you can only see the wicks? Like, you can see how wicky it is. This shows you how the wicks are doing the damage and the bodies are telling the story. You see how the bodies are staying relatively above the New York Midnight Open. You don't see a closure below. This shows you really big confirmation and confluence that price is going to respect this area as your manipulation and continue going higher for the distribution. So if we're expecting daily internal, external, we're expecting a daily print of the open, low, high, close. What do we want to expect at the close or at the low? We want to see SMT, which is what we saw right here. This was a big confirmation for today's daily print. So the accumulation, manipulation. So dropping down to the 5-minute, I pulled deviations from this range, from the 2 p.m. range. So I think it's a 2 p.m. Not 2 p.m. I think it's a 2 a.m. or it might be the 6 a.m. I don't know. No, yeah, it's a 2 a.m. So I pulled the deviations from the 2 a.m. range, from the high to the low. Projected -3.5 and -4. This area was your retracement reversal area as well that aligned with this area right here. So yeah, I pulled deviations from this area above. Notice how overnight we were just consolidating, just pure accumulation. Once we had 9:30 open, we manipulated up, then we came down below the New York Midnight Open. So this shows you how prices wanted to respect the New York Midnight Open with bodies, candles, closures above. On the 5-minute, you can see we're below with bodies, but on the 15-minute, you can see how we respect it. So yeah, I took my longs framing off this 5-minute inversion. This 5-minute BISI or SIBI was going to be closed above disrespecting this internal and then going for the external range that created this internal. So yeah, this inverse for value gap right here. This was the execution. So you can see how price just accumulates, manipulates, and then we have that run down above. I didn't really want to find an entry at this area. I kind of wanted like retracement back to discount and then look for longs. So let me see if I can pull my chart real quick. Because if I were to get longs above, then I'll probably get stopped out while price is trying to make its way down to discount. So I'll pull my chart right here. Okay. So this is how I framed my trade. So let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a mess right now. So excuse me for that. I'm trying to delete everything I can here. Okay. So on the 15-minute time frame, you can see how I pull this range from here and then project the standard deviations to expect some kind of retracement reversal area. And we also had these SMTs here at this range. So you can see how the New York midnight opens right here. We respect it with body closures above, strong confluence, strong confirmation. So, and we also had this daily BISI, right? So yeah, the internal external range liquidity, 5-minute. You can see how we were just engineering liquidity to manipulate and then distribute for the daily print. So this 5-minute change state delivery was also good confirmation with body closures above the last down close candle. So on this move down, what we want to see is a move back up, closing above with bodies of candles above these candles right here to confirm this change state delivery. And you can see exactly how well we respected it too. I mean, look at this, man. Boom. You see this? Now that is like, bro, it can't get any better than this. You can see how exactly how it respects it to the tick. So yeah, this is your 5-minute inverse for value gap I was talking about. And if we go into the lower time frames in the 1 minute, because I didn't get in on a 5-minute inversion just like that, I went to the lower time frames to get a really good entry, so that way my stop could be good and I won't have to risk a lot. So here you can see the S&Ts. You can see how price did not take this low while ES did. So that's SMT. And then we also had SMT right here. How we took this low, but NQ failed to do so. That's more SMT. And I'm pretty sure there's even more SMT. But let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on the entries. So yeah, retracement reversal below the New York midnight open, SMT. And you can see how I grabbed my dealing range. Price came down, had this started having this run up. Once we got over here, I waited for the retracement down to discount and then waited for this inversion here to be invalidated, or this VPR to be invalidated, retraced back into, and this is where I got in. We also had a 3-minute SIBI right here, which we respected pretty nicely. And yeah, I drew my deviations from this swing low to the swing high. You can see exactly how we have tapped this negative 2.5 standard deviation. So yeah, negative 2.5 standard deviation was aligning with this strong liquidity I had marked out. This swing high right here, this was my draw right here. Let me delete this stuff. So yeah, this was my target right here. It was 560, my target, and I was going for about 60 points on this trade. But something to notice about as well is 10 a.m. open, right? So we had news today at 10 a.m. So if we have news at 10 a.m., we could expect some kind of 8:30 a.m. Judas swing with a 10 a.m. expansion, which is why I was comfortable holding my trade down here and not being scared that price was going to just fucking dump. So if I was expecting some kind of 8:30 Judas with a 10 a.m. expansion to my draw on liquidity, then that would be the time. But it was really solid trade. I'm not gonna lie. 950 to 1010 macro helped us deliver more to the upside. But other than that, I'm gonna show my 15-minute time frame here. So let me show my 15-minute time frame. Okay. So on the 15-minute time frame, you can see exactly how this daily BISI right here was our support level for price to continue to the upside. So yeah, it doesn't get any much cleaner than this. It's all about having market narrative, right? Is it going higher for buy side liquidity or to rebalance the SIPI? In our case, it was going higher for buy side liquidity because we came from this daily BISI. So that was our market narrative. Everything down the time frames is just time and price. So it was a very clean trade, a very clean day. And yeah, aligned with what we were trying to look for, aligned with our model, our strategy, everything else. So very clean trade, very clean day, and that's probably it. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably it. But yeah. I think our fill was a little like, yeah, our fill was a little higher than that. It was like around somewhere around here. But yeah, it was 60 points to trade, and I'm gonna pull up my executions real quick. So these were the executions on 5 accounts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, executions on 5 accounts, and yeah, pretty clean trade for a Tuesday. And this was the trade breakdown, and this is pretty much it. Hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Take it easy.